I talked about this individual here on a multitude of occasions on this particular platform. In case you don't know who this guy is, he is Mark Robinson, the lieutenant governor of the state of North Carolina, who is trying to become the governor of North Carolina. Now, what made this man so prominent? What made the shoe shining sellout? And this man is a unrepentant sellout. This guy is a sellout to the 10th power. I'm going to play a clip, and you're going to see why I hold this guy in high regard as far as buck dancers, scammers, shoe shufflers, corn shuckers, sellouts, simps, and skanks. This man right here. Play the clip. DJ, spin that shit.
There are some people that were talking about reparations in this country. They wanted reparations. And I remember I made this particular liberal so angry at me because I told them right to their face, nobody owes you anything for slavery. If you want to tell the truth about it, it is you who owes. It's you who owes. Why do you owe? Because somebody in those fields took stripes for you. Somebody, after those fields were ended and slavery was ended, somebody had to walk through Jim Crow for you. Somebody fought wars and died for you. Somebody lived less than because they didn't have what you have, and they did it for you. There are people in their graves right now, and they are there because they were willing to stand up and fight for you. Those folks on the Edmund Pettus Bridge carrying American flags, take that, Colin Kaepernick, living in a society that he could scarcely acknowledge, something that he has never known, living with a bigotry that none of us can imagine. Carried American flags on that bridge, and when they were hit upside the head with nightsticks and shot with water hoses and knocked to the ground, they got up and picked those flags up and kept marching. And they did it for you. Nobody owes you anything. If anybody owes, it's you. Because you've been the benefactor of freedom. You are the one that owes. And what do you owe? You owe it to them to get up off your tail and get to school. And when you get to school, you owe it to them to get up off your tail at school and get to work and get some learning in.
Okay, I'm not going to subject you no more of that verbal diarrhea of the mouth. What's up, everybody? I see y'all in here. Affectionate Earth, Kobe Breeze. Appreciate y'all for being up in here. Anybody else come up in here, salute to you as well. All right? I'm not going to further subject you to that verbal diarrhea of the mouth. You see why I call this guy a super coon to the 10th power? This motherfucker right here, Mark Robinson. You're going to say that we owe reparations? Will. Really, dude? Really? Because, see, it's people like you that get in the way of what we're owed. You sit up there and lick the kiwi off of Donald Trump's shoe. I'm surprised that Donald Trump himself didn't put you on his short list for VP. What's up, Kasim Baker? I'm very shocked that Trump did not put you on the goddamn VP ticket. With that next level shoe shining that was displayed when he talked about black folks should owe I mean, boy, I tell you, when I first heard that really lit me on fire. That, boy, if that wasn't next level buck dancing, I don't know what was. I mean, that was buck dancing in exponential levels. Now, recently, Trump was at a rally in North Carolina, and this is what he said to Mark Robinson. DJ, spin that shit.
But, you know, I heard him coming in on the plane. I was listening, and I said to the people on the plane, watch this. This is Martin Luther King on steroids, okay? Now, I told that to Mark. I said, I think you're better than Martin Luther King. I think you are Martin Luther King times 2. And he looked at me, and I wasn't sure, was he angry because that's a terrible thing to say, or was he complimented? I have never figured it out. But I'm telling you, he's one of, right? When I said that to you, you looked like, I don't know if I like that comment. You should like it, because you are outstanding, and you're going to be the next governor, so that's going to be very cool.
Okay. There's a reason why Mark Robinson was dumbfounded that Trump would make this proclamation that Mark Robinson is Martin Luther King on steroids. No, he just a buck dancing sellout on HGH. That's Mark Robinson. Mark Robinson looked like he had a few too many butter biscuits in his belfry. He's sitting up here running his mouth about Dr. King, and it seemed like that's these racist favorite go-to black person, and then they're gonna hide behind, well, you know, he said I have G speech, and I have a G speech on my wall, so that doesn't make me racist. But there's a reason why Mark Robinson is so dumbfounded by Trump's proclamation that he is Martin Luther King Jr. on steroids, because Mark Robinson is the antithesis to everything Dr. King stands for. He is the complete opposite of what Dr. King stands for. So of course he's going to be dumbfounded by that. He had Facebook posts denouncing Dr. King. This guy who spends his whole weekends at Waffle House, want to sit up there and run his mouth and talk all reckless about us to the enemy. And see, he's sitting up there throwing that slop out there, and them racists and white supremacists like trained seals. That's them right there. Clapping it up, serving up, just soaking up that bullshit. All these white supremacists out here getting all kinds of handouts from Marjorie Taylor Greene and Mackett and all these other clowns that's in Congress getting PPP loans. That's forgiven. Don't even got to claim it on their taxes. But you sitting up here running your mouth about black folks not getting reparation of anything we owe reparation? Get the fuck out of here, dude. The fuck out of here. Trump sitting up here endorsing this man. Huh. So let's get to this article coming out of Raleigh, North Carolina. An expected endorsement for former President Donald Trump for Republican Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson in the North Carolina governor's race came on Saturday during a Trump rally in Greensboro. Trump said Robinson had his complete and total endorsement. Trump was campaigning in North Carolina ahead of Super Tuesday, which is tomorrow, March 5th, when North Carolina and several other states are holding their primaries. Early in the day, in Raleigh, Trump's primary opponent, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley, told supporters at a Union station that she would have a better chance than Trump of defeating President Joe Biden this fall. Trump had already endorsed other North Carolina candidates, including House Speaker Tim Moore, who is running for Congress. On Tuesday, get out and vote for Mark Robinson for governor, Dan Bishop for Attorney General, and Virginia Foxx, Tim Moore, and Addison McDowell for Congress. They have my complete and total endorsement. Get out there and vote. This is what Trump told supporters in Greensboro. Robinson was humbled by the endorsement, and it was an honor to welcome President Donald Trump. First of all, he's not the president. I don't know why you goddamn GOP bootlicks, white supremacists, and everywhere in between, keep saying that this man is the president. He is not the president. Oh, he's President Trump. He's not the fucking president. So why y'all keep saying that? Anyway, it was an honor for Donald Trump to be in the hometown of Greensboro today. Robinson said that he was humbled to have his endorsement. Oh, you're humbled, huh? The failed Biden-Stein agenda of the Democrat Party has brought the country to crisis. We need more bold fighters like Donald Trump. I look forward to partnering with him to take on the failed Biden-Stein agenda, lead our united Republican ticket to victory in November, and get our state and country back on track. Get the fuck out of here, yo. You guys sound so stupid when y'all come to this talk about get the country back on track. From what? What are we saving the country from, right? Because all you black bootlicks, Al Trailer, let me tell you something, Al Trailer, because you left a stupid ass comment in my comment section last night. You come in here with that dumb shit, and I'm gonna bat your ass out of here. Al Trailer, don't come here with that dumb shit today. I'm not in a fucking mood. This your first, last, and only warning. Do with it as you wish. But just know, the Louisville Sluggers on standby. Now, back to the regularly scheduled program already in progress. Mark Robinson is a self-serving professional bullshit artist, no different than Byron Donalds, who's sitting up here all up in the videos, buck dancing on TV to be Trump's number 2. He won't explain why he took his ass to Israel a few months ago. Yeah, Mark Robinson, won't you tell the masses why you took your ass to Israel? Did you go see Jesus' tomb? Did you walk through Jerusalem? Did you go to where they performed the Last Supper? Why was you in Israel? You was there on a field trip, or was you there to try to get your grift on? Huh? And then not only you took your fat gelatinous ass to Israel, then you come back and made anti-Semitic remarks, and then had the audacity to not apologize for it, right? I'll let the people who is in that community speak about that. What's up, Carla? Of course he's a grifter. Of course he's a grifter. He need all the butter biscuits he can get. I mean, you guys, especially on the right, you black bootlicks are something else. Why y'all dressed like Donald Trump? So Mark Robinson's out here dressed like Donald Trump. You got Vernon Jones. When Vernon Jones got his ass beat in the primary election a couple years ago, he was dressed like Donald Trump. You had Tim Scott running around here dressed like Donald Trump. So you want to see what Tim Scott looked like? DJ, spin that shit.
And given that you have worked with him for 4 years when he was commander-in-chief, what did you learn about President Trump that makes you believe that he will be the right man for the job for the next 4 years?
Yeah, so when I offered opportunity zones, I created opportunity zones to bring resources into the poorest communities of this country. He took a look at it and he said, as a developer, I get this. This will work. And he supported it within 24 hours. Because of that, we were able to get that across the finish line. It became law. When I wrote the personal side of the tax code, I was thinking about my mother, who was a single mom, thinking about how could I reduce.
Okay. We don't need to think about your mama and whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? But why are you guys dressed like Donald Trump? Are you that desperate for this man to notice you and accept you and love you, right? Because that's the only reason you're going to great lengths with this next level shoe shining. So, okay, so Trump endorses you. What if you don't win? What if you don't win your primary tomorrow? Because, yeah, the rabid base of Donald Trump likes being fed their proverbial red meat. But there's a lot of other people who are not down with the play. They're not down with you continuing to be on this jihad and this anti-black racism. What do you mean what's wrong with what he said? There's a lot wrong with what he said. First of all, black people are owed reparations, okay? It is a debt that is owed, and we're not going to be the one that have to pay reparations. Matter of fact, that comes from the government. And when the Trump said, let's do it, when did he say that? Or you just throwing that out there? When did he say, let's do it? When did Trump come out and say that, yeah, black folks should get reparations? When did he say that? I need evidence. You ain't gonna just throw that out there. There's not a channel for misinformation and propaganda. This is channel for truth and only truth. So you need to provide some evidence to support what you say. This man is the clear antithesis to Martin Luther King Jr. He don't stand for nothing Dr. King stand for. This man, Mark Robinson, talked about we're not owed reparations, and Martin Luther King wanted us to get that check. All right, Al Triller, I told you what time it was. Now your ass out of here. Bye. The fact of the matter is, Mark Robinson will get in the way of what we're trying to do. We're trying to get tangibles. He will sit up there and will, oh man, it's you who owe. Nobody owes you nothing. Nobody owes you nothing. It's you who owe. We're not asking for reparations. We demand our reparations. We're not asking. We're not asking for reparations. We are telling you we get that check. And Donald Trump is a unrepentant racist, okay? He's a racist, all right? And anybody sitting up here telling me that he's not, guess what? You are a bootlicking sellout, period. If you're going to sit up here and come at me and tell me that Trump ain't no racist, guess what? You're a sellout. If you are not for reparations, then you're against it. This is not one of these topics that you can just tiptoe through the tulips, or that you can play both sides, or that way you can just ho-hum around it, right? Reparations is the elephant in the room. Any other answer than I support reparations for the foundational Black Americans means that you are against it. And if you're Black, and I'm talking about a foundational Black American, I'm not talking about no tether, I'm not talking about no Jamaican or no Caribbean or any other motherfuckers. As far as I'm concerned, you tethers can stay where the fuck y'all at. If you a foundational Black American, if you was born here in these states, and you running your mouth talking about, oh, well, I would no government give me no handout. Newsflash, is not a handout, is a debt that is owed. And any other answer than I support reparations for foundational Black Americans means that you are against it. That means you will be down for the other side. That means you will be one of the ones that will sell us out for your own benefit. That's why you got people like Mark Robinson running around. And them racists and these other white supremacists out here they will look at him and they was like, yeah, that a boy, you sound real good about that one, Mark Robinson. He's my brother. But Mark Robinson think he's in there. He thinks that it's going to be smooth sailing and nobody's going to come for me and they're not going to turn on me because I support the things they support, and anything that's black, I don't like. I don't support it. I hate my gums because they're black. I hate black pepper. I hate black keys on the piano. That's the type of stuff that this man here would say. I would be surprised if he hates his own black skin to the point he would try to make himself white. So yeah, all you black bootlicks, man, whether you support Republicans, whether you support Democrats, you all are part of the same white supremacist ideology. You're both part of the same playbook. You're not doing anything new. And just disgusting. And this gross misconduct was understood. You think what Byron Donalds was doing was bad? You think what Byron Donalds was doing was bad? For those of you just came in here and y'all need to see this thing, right? I'm going to show you again. DJ, spin that shit.
There are some people that were talking about reparations in this country. They wanted reparations. And I remember I made this particular liberal so angry at me because I told them right to their face, nobody owes you anything for slavery. If you want to tell the truth about it, it is you who owes. It's you who owes. Why do you owe? Because somebody in those fields took stripes for you. Somebody, after those fields were ended and slavery was ended, somebody had to walk through Jim Crow for you. Somebody fought wars and died for you. Somebody lived less than because they didn't have what you have, and they did it for you. There are people in their graves right now, and they are there because they were willing to stand up and fight for you. Those folks on the Edmund Pettus Bridge carrying American flags, take that, Colin Kaepernick, living in a society that he could scarcely acknowledge, something that he has never known, living with a bigotry that none of us can imagine. Carried American flags on that bridge. And when they were hit upside the head with nightsticks and shot with water hoses and knocked to the ground, they got up and picked those flags up and kept marching. And they did it for you. Nobody owes you anything. If anybody owes, it's you. Because you've been the benefactor of freedom. You are the one that owes. And what do you owe? You owe it to them to get up off your tail and get to school. And when you get to school, you owe it to them to get up off your tail at school and get to work and get some learning in your head. And once you get that schooling in your head and get out of that school, you owe it to them to get to work. And then when you get to work and you get married, you owe it to them to take care of your children and not let the government take care of your children. It's you who owe. Nobody owes you a single solitary thing. The sacrifice and blood that has been laid out in this nation on your behalf, there is a bill at your feet for it. It's time you got up off your tail and went and go pay it.
And it's time you got up off your ass and got on the treadmill, you fat fuck. How dare you run your mouth like that? You know, too much of a good thing could be bad. Why do I say that? Because this man has been indulging in all kinds of flicky butter biscuit eating. You know that could possibly lead to strokes, heart attacks, and other forms of health problems if you keep on indulging in this flicky butter biscuit eating you're doing. I mean, look at you. Do you need a search party to find your shit when you're in the bathroom? When you talk about it's we who owe, no, you owe it to yourself to get in shape. So look in the mirror before you call yourself running your mouth all reckless like that. If I see your ass coming to go to the corral, I might as well get up and leave because I know ain't gonna be no more food left by the time you get done. It's we who owe. You got some, boy, you got some nerve right there, man. Every time I listen, you spit that verbal vomit. I'm ready to go. Oh, I'm ready to go nuclear on that ass. And you calling yourself becoming governor, man, I feel bad for the black people who lives in North Carolina, who was unjustly put in prison and all that. Where's the anti-black hate crime law? Huh? Where's that at? Because those people owed something, don't you think? The cops who kill black folks unjustly for whatever inexplicable reason, don't you think they owed something? At least the family is. At least the family should be owed something, right? But no, they owe though. The family who's the victim of these atrocities, right? Who can ever forget the atrocities in Wilmington, North Carolina? You should, of all people, you should know about the atrocity that went down in Wilmington, North Carolina. But you think those descendants of those families who were victimized in Wilmington, North Carolina are owed? No, they owe reparations, right? Not they're being owed reparations, but they should pay. See, this is one of them times someone had like a 2x4 and hit you across your goddamn back with that shit. Someone should knock some sense into your that coon ass. And you trying to become governor while this next level spit shoe shining. Because that's what it was. It was next level spit shoe shining. That's right. I'm going to smoke all you fucking coons out. I don't care who you are. Speaking of Bloody Sunday, we're going to talk about camel toe. Oh, camel toe. Because she was on some bullshit yesterday too. Don't worry, that's coming in another video. I got smoke for both parties. It's funny that you mentioned Bloody Sunday because Bloody Sunday was yesterday. Where all the civil rights retreads, all the sellouts, and all the unsuspected black folks, they hop and skip down the Edmund Pettus Bridge where, John Lewis, I spill my blood, summer. It's a brand new day. Is it really though? Is it really a brand new day? Y'all hopping and skipping down the goddamn bridge and shit. Like it's like y'all the Wiz. Y'all holding each other, arms in lockstep. I'm pretty sure Al Sharpton ass was there too. I'm pretty sure old Taste the Biscuits, Al Sharpton ass was there too. Holding hands, interlocking their arms, walking in lockstep. Don't worry though, that's coming. That video coming next. But I want to get back here to old Mark Robinson. How dare you? How dare you, sir? And you in the military, you was in the army. You did time in the army. And you got out the army and you became an unrepentant bootlicking sellout. Now, me being a former military service member, I'm the clear antithesis to this guy. Because I don't stand what he stands for. I don't. If you're a white supremacist, guess what? I'm coming for your ass. This ain't going to be these days where, we get victimized and all that, then I'm going to put my hand out and be apologetic. But fuck all that shit. You come at me crazy, a foot will go in your ass. Period. Not like this bootlicker sellout. No, not him. He won't do nothing. If anything, he'll stand against me. Because that's the type of character he is presenting himself. Because see, when a guy like this shows you who they are, you believe them. My job is to smoke these bastards out. And anybody that supports and defends these individuals, I'm going to smoke your ass out too. Because this is the only way we're going to move forward to get our tangibles. We got to smoke these bastards out. You better not lose that election. If you lose that election tomorrow on Super Tuesday, oh boy, you know I'm coming for your ass. You know I'm going to come for your bowling ball hair having ass if you lose that election tomorrow. All that buck dancing, all that shoe shining, all that corn shucking. You probably ate a few of those ears of corn in the process, but still, you did all that bullshit. Don't worry. If you lose that election tomorrow, boy, I'm going to be on your ass like mold on a shower curtain. You could best believe it. You better not lose that election tomorrow for all that next level spit shoe shining you were doing in the media. Now, if you're not subscribed to this channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and share these videos on your social media platform. Last but definitely not least, shouts out to the LDBC. This your man. Scream at me. Hurry!